Why is Mojtaba's Iran allegedly receiving $400 million every month from Iraq? 4 tons of cash reportedly moving to Iran as Iraqi group's massive money trail emerges. Where does the cash go? New allegations expose a vast Iran-bound financial pipeline. Iraqi dollars, Iran-bound trucks. Are massive cash transfers secretly funding Tehran? Iraqi businesses and institutions allegedly funneling $400 million every month to Iran? Tons of cash reportedly on the move as Iraqi lawmaker reveals huge Iran transfers. An Iran-aligned Iraqi group allegedly sends around $400 million to Iran every month, according to Iran International. The revelation reportedly came from a member of Iraq's Parliamentary Security and Defense Committee, according to Rudor. The lawmaker reportedly said the group collects US dollars from Iraqi businesses and institutions on behalf of Iran. According to the lawmaker, a single monthly shipment of the collected money can reportedly reach around 4 tons of cash. The alleged transfers were reportedly discussed during a meeting involving Iraqi Prime Minister Ali Fayyad al-Zaidi and officials. The extraordinary scale of the reported transfers is raising fresh questions about the networks allegedly used to move money into Iran. However, the reported figures and allegations have not been independently verified, and the claims remain subject to scrutiny. The allegations come as an IRGC advisor reportedly said Iran is shifting toward a more offensive military doctrine. Nadi claims Iran is producing more ballistic missiles than it is firing, a statement that Iran International reported but which cannot be independently verified. Nadi says the latest directives to Iranian commanders emphasize hybrid warfare, combining military power with diplomatic, economic, social, and media tools. Mohammad Reza Nadi said, and I quote, "The latest directives to Iranian commanders emphasized hybrid warfare, which is a mix of coordinated use of military, diplomatic, economic, social, and media capabilities. Our production of ballistic missiles exceeds the number being launched. In other words, we are producing more missiles and making them available to our forces than are being fired on the battlefield. We also have a production capacity for drones that exceeds their rate of use and launch, and we have significant production capacity. Production of this equipment will continue, and even if the war lasts for several years, ballistic missiles will still be produced and fired at the enemy on the final day of the war." Unquote. Iranian forces must be ready to carry out operations beyond the country's borders when ordered, Nadi adds, openly defining this as the central feature of an offensive doctrine.
Whenever the situation demands and the order is issued, we must be capable of extending operations into enemy territory and conducting missions far from our own land. These are the characteristics of an offensive doctrine that must be realized. The IRGC is now tasked with achieving this readiness and developing the capability to execute such operations at the appropriate time.
Iranian state TV pundit Mohammad Marandi warned of a possible new US-Israeli attack on Iran amid heightened regional tensions. Marandi said US forces stationed in several countries across the region were mobilizing for a potential attack against Iran. He said the US could launch a blitz operation against Iran alongside Israel, according to Iran International. Mohammad Marandi said, and I quote, "Iran is aware that the Trump regime's forces in Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Jordan are mobilizing for a potential blitz attack, likely alongside Israeli forces, against the Iranian people." Unquote. The Iranian pundit warned that Tehran was prepared to respond quickly and crushingly if another attack was launched. Marandi had also been part of an Iranian delegation involved in US-Iran talks mediated by Pakistan. Iran's Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei ordered the IRGC to maintain high readiness. Mojtaba told new IRGC chief Ahmed Vahidi to prepare for powerful offensive operations amid heightened tensions. Mojtaba also ordered Vahidi to strengthen the IRGC's revolutionary spirit and ideological commitment among its forces.
Any questions for us?
Mr. President, in addition to this big announcement, you've also been posting about Iran today opposing their latest demands. You said this last round of talks was Iran's last chance before decapitation. So what now? What comes next?
You'll find out.
Are you still, are massive escalation, is that still on the table?
Well, we have that certainly that ability if we want to do that. Yeah, you'll find out.
You said you're low-keying it with them, that you're semi-negotiating. What exactly does that mean?
Well, they asked for reparations, you might say, or they asked for money for the damage that we've done. I said, that's a good idea. Well, we're going to ask for money for the damage they've done over a 50-year period. Whether you go SS Cole or whether you go all of the people that were so badly hurt, so badly wounded or killed, many thousands of people, and maybe damages for the 52,000 protesters over the last 4 months that were killed in Iran. We think their family should get damages for killing their person or their child or mother, father that were protesting. It's at least, it was 52,000 a month and a half ago. So now what is it? So if there's damages to be paid, I think Iran should pay those damages.
Going back to the subject of Iran, sir, can you give us any estimate of when you think the Strait of Hormuz will be part
Well,
of
it's
any deal
open
to move
now.
about
We're
more?
taking a lot of shit. It's open now. Look, the only one that has control of the Strait of Hormuz right now is the United States Navy. We have a blockade that's been infallible. It's a steel wall. And we let people in that we want to let in, and those people come in, and they've been coming in and they're going out. So it's actually open now. We do not let them go into Iran. They're not admitted into the Strait to go to Iran. But it's open for others. Now, a little bit complex because they will, on occasion, drop a mine, and we find the mines. You know, we've mine swept the entire strait, as you probably maybe heard, maybe you didn't hear. But we control the strait 100%. Now, can they make trouble? Yeah, they can make trouble. But they're broke. They have no money. You know, Iran is broke, totally broke. And they're not paying their soldiers. They have inflation of 300% as of last night. I heard 309%. So we'll see what happens. But they've been bad for, they say 47, it's actually 50 now. 47, they've been saying it for 3 years. But for 50 years, they've been the bully of the Middle East. What they've done is terrible. They've killed hundreds of thousands of people. They've killed people. They've wounded and maimed people with the legs, the arms. You know, with the roadside bomb is their bomb. They're very proud of it. And now they're paying a price.
You've been calling Chairman Warsh occasionally? What are you talking about?
No, actually, the Wall Street Journal had a wrong story. He said I spoke to him. No, I have tremendous respect for Kevin Warsh. I've only spoken to him one time briefly a few days ago, just a conversation. Look, he's going to do it. He's going to run it. I know what he'd like to do, but he has to run it. He's got a board. It's not only him. If it was up to him, it would be different. But he's got a board. But I've only, they said I speak to him all the time. And I've spoken to him one time since his assumption, since he took over. And great conversation, but he's a great guy. He's my pick. And I'm going with him 100%. But they made it sound like I live and breathe. I speak to Kevin all the time, every time. I spoke to him one time. Okay, thank you very much.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.